Welcome, Panthers.
Oh, okay.
All right, and next up, I'd like to introduce the home team, the CSP Wolfpack. Starting offense for the Wolfpack for today's game. Tight end, number 3, junior Alex Barmore. Tackle, number 69, junior Alex Redlecki. Guard, number 53, senior Grant Lictus.
Team in the state in Class D.
Center, number 60, senior Daniel Nieder.
Overcast Saturday afternoon.
Guard, number 58, Katie Beckering, senior.
Fall football weather. And I'm Kyle Hinsdale.
Tackle, number 51, senior Jaden Lelecki.
Garrett Hinsdale. And Garrett on a bye.
Running back, number 9, senior Devin Johnson.
Football, so Garrett, welcome to CSP.
Running back, number 42, senior Bryce Foster.
My bye week, so I figured I'd continue my annual tradition of coming back and
wide receiver, number 10, junior Carter Brink.
December this year, I'm not able to do a lot of basketball games at WV.
Wide receiver, number 1, junior Bryce Hinsdale.
It's going to be exciting to watch the number 2 team in the state.
And quarterback, number 14, junior Tate Catney. And the rest of the Wolfpack.
Similarity between those teams and this team, so it'll be exciting to watch today.
Yeah, I would agree, and we'll talk on it more on it as we go through the broadcast, Garrett. And you've had a chance to watch the film. This is your first game in person, but you've had a chance to watch the film. There's not a team that I've seen that's anywhere close to that 2018 state title team. But 2019, that team had some challenges, and you guys were really able to overcome it. I think this team, it's a lot like that 2019 team.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Just because of, in 2019 we were more pass heavy, I feel like, and we were more on the run. And I think that team, is very similar to this team. They have good running backs in Bryce Foster, but their passing attack with Bryce Hinsdale and Carter Brink and Alex Barmore and Tate Catney's under center. It's very similar to when we had, Cameron Barmore, Zavon Overton, and Matthew White. So all 3 of those guys are very similar to the 3 stars that we have now on this passing team. So I would agree with you. It definitely seems like 2019, and they're going to have to go through a tough Coyote team to get to where they want to be.
All right, we're back after the national anthem. The captains for CSP, Johnny Rapson, Devin Johnson, Caden Beckering, and Grant Lictus are going to walk to the middle of the field.
As the captains head out to the field for the coin toss,
take a quick break here.
ladies and gentlemen, and all spectators, at the conclusion of today's contest, Cross Training Athletics will be awarding the character athlete of the game to a competitor from both schools. This award is proudly being sponsored by Cross Training Athletics. Today's award is going to the athletes who best demonstrate positive character qualities of speech, conduct, love, faith, and integrity of the game. The award will be presented at the conclusion of the game.
Yeah.
Also, thank you to the officials for today's game.
You turn up ours a little bit too, our mics.
Welcome back to the campus of Panama Central School, and we are having the coin toss with the what looks to be captains. Gowanda Pine Valley won the toss and has
Gowanda Pine Valley won the toss.
So we will see CSP offense.
They deferred
For the first time today.
and CSP will receive the
See how
ball.
they attack this, because it did rain overnight, and it's a little chilly out here today, so I'll be interested to see if they want to keep that passing attack that they've been kind of steady with for the past couple weeks, or if they're going to try and ground and pound today.
And we would encourage you to provide us with feedback. We turned up David Hinsdale. My uncle is listening from his warm living room in Clymer, New York.
Probably mourning the Orioles loss.
Overlooking the Clymer Pond.
Yeah.
And he's telling us that the sound needed to be turned up, so we did that, and hopefully things are better there. So, we're on to Pine Valley. Who enters the game 1 and 2 in lead.
Number 10, Carter Brink is back.
6-0, 3-0.
As well as number 24, Jordan Mescal.
CSP Wolfpack. And as normal, Carter Brink and Jordan Mescal will be deep to return this kick.
Would be surprised to see a split kick here to try to keep it out of those two hands. Carter Brink and Jordan Mescal.
Carter and Jordan standing at the 12, and there's the squib kick, and that's going to be covered up by CSP.
Squib kick.
Number 20, Tim White. So CSP is going to get reasonable field
Covered by number
position
20.
to start this game. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the
Ball will be 1st and 10 on the 34. For the
Look
Wolfpack.
out for Gowanda Pine Valley. They play a base defense, so they got 4 down linemen with 3 linebackers. Normally they have number 66 playing middle linebackers. It looks like they have number 44 Cameron Slade playing there as of right now as they line up.
we watched film here, number 5,
Yep.
number 28,
And number 33.
number 33 are the ones that
1st
really
and 10.
jumped off the page at us. And so Tate's going to start under center. High formation. He's going to hand it off to Oscar, and he's going to get good yards on 1st down.
Number 14 on the handoff. Number 42, Greg Foster.
Down for CSP at the 45-yard line, and as typical, CSP moving quickly.
Gain of 11 on the play.
Chain game's not cooperating.
Moving
Yeah.
quicker than the chain game.
Yeah.
So. Tate in shotgun. This is going to be a pass. And that one
Right,
will be picked off.
All we can hear is the crowd noise. We can only hear you very faintly.
Number 14, Kate Gagney's pass intercepted
Yeah, that's just,
by the Panthers.
picked and
Turnover.
picked off, but it looks like number 32 for Gowanda Pine Valley. That's Connor
Panthers
Ellis.
will have the ball 1st and 10 on the
Yeah,
48.
not the way that you want to start if you're the Wolfpack.
No, so turnover on the interception there on the second play of the game, and that's going to lead to 1st down for Gowanda Pine Valley at their own 49-yard line.
Still not working.
And that's going to be a run up the middle, and for no yards, 2 tackle there by
Number
Devin
44,
Johnson.
Cameron Slide on the carry. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
John Watson coming off a big game last week. where he had 11 tackles.
I can hear the crowd fine, but I can't hear you guys.
So second and long here for Gowanda Pine Valley. They are a team that likes to throw the football.
I heard me say that too.
Incomplete pass to number 5, Clinton Sentner.
Number 2's
That's
pass.
bring up
Carter
third and long.
Incomplete to number 5.
Number 5 is their main target from an offensive standpoint, and number 2 does like to throw the football. So we expect here on third and long. And we are working on the sound, folks. We understand that there's some issues. We're working on it. And there's a pass out in the flat. That's going to be incomplete. So it looks like Gowanda Pine Valley is going to go
Number 2's pass.
out here.
Carter Posey, incomplete.
Turnover.
4th down.
And that's going to force a punt.
If the Gowanda Pine Valley wants to win this game, they're going to have to capitalize
Number
on
17,
turnovers
Brown
right
Feather
there.
on for the
Good
punt.
start for them. Good stand by the CSP defense. They're always bend, don't break, and right there they didn't even let them bend there.
All right, and now we've lost sound.
Turn down the
completely.
crowd noise. You have a mic for that?
And that ball's
Punt return by number 10, Carter Brink. Return of about 12 yards.
did you send for tech support?
I did, yep, they're coming.
Good. Tech support is on its way, folks.
First and 10, ball on the 35 for the Wolfpack.
Trying to call the game and be tech support. So it's going to be first and 10 here for the
First and 10,
Wolfpack
ball on the 35.
on the 35-yard line. And there's a run to Oscar off tackle. He's going to get through edge. And he's going to pick up a 2 yardage.
Oscar on the carry, number 32.
Now, if I'm Coach Harper, you keep running the football,
Gain
but
of
I
about 8
would be
yards
still,
on the
don't be
play.
afraid to throw the football just after a pick. It was just a bad read by Tate. The ball got tipped by the outside linebacker, so I'd still stick to your game plan,
Second and
stick to your
2.
script for the first 15, 20 plays, but don't shy away from throwing the football just because the first one was a pick.
And there's a run up the middle. And that's number 22, Travis Owens. Big 22, Travis Owens. We
Number
like
22 on the carry, Travis Owens. Good for a Wolfpack first down.
outside. And that time it was straight up the middle. We're going to go right back to it. And there's that counter play. And that's going to be Devin Johnson. He's going to pick up big yards on first down.
Devin Johnson on the carry.
Devin Johnson making it second and 1. And Garrett,
Good for 9 yards on the
very
run.
familiar to you as
Second and 1, ball on the 44.
On 18 and 19, that's a play that you ran extremely well. With, I remember Ramsey running it.
Michael Beaton was the big one in 2018.
Michael Beaton was the big one. And here's another run, and this is going to be Oscar for a good chunk of yards for a first down.
He's handing off to Bryce Foster.
It's going to be first and 10.
First down, Wolfpack.
Before it has arrived. So.
It's this. Usually we put the.
Ball on the 35, first and 10, Wolfpack.
Yes, there is. I am tech support.
The 14 took Canton's pass complete to number 1, Bryce Hinsdale.
Pass for Bryce on the screen pass. I'd like to throw
Good for a couple yards.
6 yards, so that'll bring up second.
Direction good for 6 yards. Ball, second and 4.
No. Just keep talking.
Ball on 30.
And that's a run up the middle for Bosker. And he's going to get real close to the first
Oscar on the
down.
carry.
I think they're marking him
Real close to it.
over the first down.
First down,
First and
Wolfpack.
10 for Wolfpack at the
Oscar gain of 4 on the
5-yard
play.
line. Travis Owens, there's that big outside run that they like to do, and if you're a corner, you do
Number
not
22,
want to
Travis
see
Owens on the carry. Game is about 5 on the play.
We understand, just for the folks out there, we understand we're having audio trouble with the iPad, and we appear to be missing a part. We're looking on that right now. So, 2nd and 5 for the Wolfpack. And there's going to be a throw, and that's going to be a deep ball that is going to be incomplete. It was intended for Carter Brink.
Number 14 take that knee pass, incomplete to number 10 Carter Brink.
And that's going to make it third.
Make it 3rd and
6 for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, I think Tate had Bryce underneath. He's trying to go for the big shot, trying to get the touchdown. But when Gowanda's in that cover 3 where they have, 3 deep corners, the corner route's not going to work because that corner's going to keep backpedaling and cover that receiver. So he had Bryce underneath, but he was trying to go for the long ball. We'll see what Coach Upper has for him.
3rd and 5 for Wolfpack. Bryce is in motion, and it's going to be a quarterback sneak, and Tate's going to get plenty of yardage, and he's going to get into the end zone.
He's on the keeper.
Tate Cadney's with a 20-yard touchdown.
Good for 20 yards.
Put the Wolfpack up 6-0 here early in the 4th.
Nice little QB design run there. He made the outside defender C gap, which is from the middle starts A gap, B gap, C gap. He made the C gap defender miss, and nice play there by Tate. He's got that big body. He's able to run. Does not look like former quarterbacks that we've had in the past year at CSP. But that was a nice little run there by Tate.
A good start for Bryce here in the contest this afternoon. That was wide left. And so that leaves the score 6-0 Wolfpack. And we are going to take a quick break and try to solve our issues here.
CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is powered by Lictus Oil and Propane and Clymer. Family-owned Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off-and-on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for being a major sponsor of CSP Sports.
All right, welcome back to Panama Central School. And we are hopeful that we have the audio issues fixed. Carrie Shell is letting us know that it seems to be fixed. So we'll see. 6-0 here, Wolfpack. And that ball is going to make its way out of bounds. So Bryce is doubling down here on the mistakes early in the game.
Yeah, not a good kicking start here. I know if he were playing for Coach Sirianni, Coach Sirianni would be having a fit right now. So just not a good start on the kicking game. You're giving them field position just willingly. So bad start, but hopefully he can take it around here. He has been playing well on defense over the past few weeks. I've seen he had 2 picks last week. So hopefully he can bounce back. But yeah, not a great start.
So 6-0 here, CSP, and going to be 1st and 10 for Gowanda Pine Valley on their own 35, starting point after the kick out of bounds. They're going to line up 4 wide here, and this is going to be a pass out in the flat, and good play there good catch by number 21, Braden Smith, but really nice tackle by Caden Beckerink to limit the yardage there, and it's going to be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, he was a flat defender the whole time there. He made a nice break on the ball and made a thundering tackle. It was a nice play by Caden, who had a good summer when it comes to passing league. He was a very good pass defender. So he's one of the better pass linebacking defenders in that I've seen.
And Gowanda Pine Valley comes out in a throw, and good tackle there by Colin Ryan on the underneath route. And number 17, John Sheldon, running across the field, and Colin Ryan playing his position, made a good tackle to limit that to no gain. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for Gowanda Pine Valley.
Yeah, if you're CSP, you'll let Gowanda take all these underneath routes and just go up and make a good tackle. And on 3rd down, you want to watch number 5. That's Quentin Sentner. He's down on the right side, far side of your screen.
Another shotgun snap, and that ball is going to be thrown into the ground, so it's going to be 4th down. Garrett, the center quarterback exchange in the shotgun for Gowanda Pine Valley is a little less than to be desired here.
Yeah, it's a little suspect. We saw on film that how close their quarterback Capozzi was to the center, and I figured that might cause some problems today for them. But it looks like they're going to go for it here, Dad. This is that's a pretty gutsy call here.
4th and 6 for Pine Valley, and there's a high snap again, and it's going to be a 1st down. That's going to be that good job by the wide receiver getting to the sticks, and that's going to be a 1st down for Gowanda Pine Valley. Gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, that's a coaching mistake there by CSP. They thought that they were going to come out and punt, and then all of a sudden they come out and they're in 3-by-1 with receivers, and they just throw a nice underneath route to Setner, and there was no corner out there to cover him. So Gowanda catching CSP off guard here early.
1st and 10, run up the middle by number 44, Cameron Slade, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard after a tackle by Devin Johnson and John Watson. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for Gowanda Pine Valley.
If you're Gowanda Pine Valley, you have to take advantage of those situations and try and try and find ways to cause CSP to make mistakes. And there's the first one early on. Obviously the missed extra point and the kick out of bounds, those are 2 ones early as well. So if you're going to have an upset, that's how it happens.
Good slant there, but incomplete. That ball was well thrown, just out of the reach of Setner, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 9. I will tell you, Garrett, I really like Gowanda Pine Valley going forward on 4th down. I think they come into this game big underdog. They know they're going to have difficulty stopping CSP's offense. You want to the only way to keep CSP offense out of the end zone is to keep their offense on the sideline.
That's right.
And so I actually like the idea of them going for it. I wouldn't be surprised if they could pick up 3 or 4 yards here, that they may go for it as well.
Yeah, CSP showing pressure. We'll see if they come with it here.
Capozzi in the shotgun, and there's going to be a pass, and that's going to be out in the flat, and that's going to be intercepted by Caden Beckrink. Caden returns it to the Gowanda Pine Valley 49-yard line, so CSP gets the turnover, and they're going to start in their opponent's territory for the first time today. CSP now with their 3rd offensive possession, and this is a spot, Garrett, where they need to get the turnover and now put points on the board.
Yeah, we were just talking about Caden Beckering and how well he was doing over the summer when he was getting to his position and being a good pass defender, and he comes up with a big play there. It's going to be crucial for CSP here to kind of keep pushing forward and kind of put Gowanda Pine Valley away here early.
And here's the run out of the shotgun, and that's Posker, and he broke a tackle, and he's now in the open field, and he could get brought down at the 21-yard line, but not after a good run by Bryce Posker.
Yeah, it's just a simple inside zone handoff, and I've been wanting to do that here at CSP for years, but I've never been able to just hand the ball off in the shotgun. I'm glad that they finally are modernizing a little bit, but a nice inside zone handoff and nice cut by Posker, and sets them up in good position here.
Shotgun here for Catneys. This looks like a screen, and that's going to be a Devin Johnson screen, and he makes the first man miss, but second man there, number 36, Caleb Smith, makes the tackle after a gain of 5. But nice execution there on a screen pass, Garrett. It is so important for the offensive lineman to kind of first initially hold up their guy, but then let him go and get out in front of that. Here's a run for Posker off tackle, and he is going to get to the corner, and he is going to pick up a first down for the Wolfpack. Good job by Carter Brink out at his wide receiver position, making the block, but Bryce Posker may have 100 yards here in the first quarter, Garrett.
Yeah, he's running really hard, and I think, you got to give credit to the offensive line. I think, they're doing a nice job of opposing their will here.
And here's a run on the outside by Travis Owens, and he gets tripped up a little bit, but is able to gain some yardage. CSP going a little even faster than the umpire here, or referee. But Owens just short. It looks like the ball is going to be on the 4-yard line, just inside the 5, I guess. And that's going to be 2nd and goal for the Wolfpack.
I'll be interested to see if Coach Harper keeps handing off. Looks like he might here in the I formation. And there's a handoff to Posker, and he is going to be just short. So that's going to bring 3rd down and goal. I would suspect that this might be 4-down territory, Garrett. Yes,
and,
especially after the missed field goal, I think, or missed extra point. I think they're definitely trying to score a touchdown here. You want to really impose your will on these guys early. You don't want to fall into the, quote-unquote trap game. So I think that they're going to, it's definitely 4-down territory. When you got man coverage out here, I wouldn't be surprised if they throw this football.
Tate in the shotgun, and there's a ball, little whip route, and that's off the hands of Bryce Hinsdale. And it's going to make it 4th and goal.
Yeah, that's one he's got to have.
Bryce,
I know we're hard on him,
Bryce
but he's not.
Bryce, good thing for Bryce that we're on the radio today.
Yeah.
This could have been a real bad situation for him because he is 3 for 3 on poor plays right now.
Yeah, that was a good ball by Tate. He kept it away from the defender. And, I asked Bryce last night, I said, you're going to wear gloves, especially when the grass is a little bit wet. He goes, yeah, I'll start out with them. Well, you may want to take those off because that ball was right on target, and he knows it. But that ball is right on target, and that's a missed touchdown for Tate to Bryce.
So CSP is going to call a timeout. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by Countertop Solutions, a proud supporter of Wolfpack athletics. Countertop Solutions wishes the Wolfpack luck in their pursuit of excellence on the field. Support for Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by Crotty Chevrolet, located at 45300 Route 6 at the Y in Columbus. Crotty Chevrolet is proud to support the 2022 CSP Wolfpack. Play hard, believe in yourself and each other. Vehicles are available for viewing online at
All right, CSP back here, 4th and goal from about the 2. Tate Cadney is going to be under center, and that's going to be a handoff to Posker, and Posker is going to get in for the touchdown. And CSP, so Tate Cadney's with touchdown number 1 today, Bryce Posker with number 2, and that's going to make the score 12-0 Wolfpack here early in the first quarter. And CSP, after the missed extra point, is going to go for 2 here.
Yep, I kind of figured they might, and so we'll see if they can get this back to a 14-point game here early on.
Tate lining up in the shotgun with Devin Johnson next to him, and here's going to be a throw, and he's going to get rid of it, and he's going to find Alex Barmore in the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a good 2-point conversion. So CSP leads 14-0 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Tate because if you realize, as a quarterback, you throw a pick on a 2-point conversion, it really doesn't matter. All you got to do is tackle the guy. And it's really you just want to give it a chance. So he gave it a chance there, and he threw it up to the big Alex Barmore looking like his brother. And nice catch, nice throw, and good for CSP to get back up 14 and back on track.
3:42 remaining here in the first quarter. CSP leads 14-0, and they're going to kick off to Gowanda, Pine Valley, number 17, John Sheldon deep for the Panthers.
Yeah, you're looking probably for a better kickoff at this time. You don't want to give them the ball just freely on the 35-yard line, so we'll see if we can just keep it in bounds here.
And here's the kick, and that's going to be right down Center Street, and Sheldon's going to grab it, and here he comes, and he is going to get to the corner and be knocked out of bounds, but not until he got a nice return. So the return game continues to plague the CSP Wolfpack. Last week giving up big yardage on kickoff returns, and doing it again today. We might be better off just kicking the ball out of bounds at this point.
Well, that's, I was just about to say something because, there's a reason probably why Bryce kicked that last one out of bounds. It's because he's trying to keep it away from just somebody. Just because they can't, they're having trouble covering a kickoff right now. So there might have been a strategic plan there by Coach Bodemer, the special teams coach. So we'll see if they continue with that, because right down the center it doesn't look like it's working.
Gowanda Pine Valley starting at their own 49, and that's going to be a handoff run off the tackle to number 21, I believe, Braden Smith.
That's 33.
Sorry,
33.
Evan Fort.
Yep.
And that was a plethora of CSP Wolfpack defenders making the tackle. If you're watching today, give us a shout-out on where you're watching from. Tara, we see you're watching CSP Wolfpack from Missouri, so thanks for tuning in today. Here's 2nd and 8, and that's going to be a handoff to number 44, Cameron Slade, and Devin Johnson said no doing today, and he makes a great tackle in the backfield for a couple-yard loss, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Well, if Gowanda's going to get back into this football game, it's not going to be handing the ball off and running for 2-3 yards a pop. They're going to have to, get in the shotgun and kind of let it fly, because this defensive front, this front seven with Colin Ryan and John Watson and Devin Johnson and a number of other CSP defenders, it's just too good to be able to get back into the game that way.
3rd and long here. Capozzi under center. He drops back to pass, and he's going to throw it out to number 5, and he's going to go right through his hands. Good defense there by Jordan Mescal and Carson Pinzock, and that's going to bring up 4th and 10 for the Panthers.
Yeah, and you can tell number 5, Quentin Sentner, he's already moved to the no gloves, and he came out that way, and it's still not working for him because that one was, it was high and away, and it was really the only person who could come down with the ball was Sentner. Just went right through his hands. Good coverage there by Pinzock. I know he's been they're developing him into being one of their better defensive players, and he's shown out so far this year, especially after the summer. He kind of, is learning a new role, and now he's, embracing that role here with this defense.
Gowanda Pine Valley is going to call a timeout, so we'll do the same thing and pay some bills. We'll be right back after these messages.
Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is brought to you by Panama Auto Center, offering automotive service, New York State inspection, and more. Located at East Main Street in Panama or on Facebook. Phone 716-782-2110. Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Panama Auto Center for their support.
Welcome back, where we're in a Gowanda Pine Valley timeout. Carrie Shell listening or watching us from Depew. We have good memories of Depew, Garrett.
Yeah.
You went up there as a junior and won a big game against Depew.
Yeah, Class B.
And then I believe CSP had a game there, a rescheduled game. I'm trying to remember. You had graduated.
Yeah, I think it was.
We had a game at Depew. It wasn't against Depew, though. It was against somebody else. Capozzi here in the shotgun. Again, bad snap, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. That was 4th down. And so that's going to be a turnover on downs right at midfield for the Panthers. And so CSP gets the ball back inside their own, inside the Gowanda Pine Valley territory, right at the 49-yard line.
That center quarterback exchange is really throwing a wrench in whatever plan Gowanda Pine Valley had for today, because it's forcing Capozzi to roll out to his right unnecessarily.
Yeah, that ball's coming out right and high.
Yeah.
And it just, as you know, Garrett, when you're worried about the snap, that's really the last thing you want to worry about. You got a lot of other things that you need to be concerned with, and the snap is kind of what you would expect to be fairly elementary.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
Catney's in the shotgun here, 3 wide for the Wolfpack on the near side, and there's that wide receiver screen, and that's going to be incomplete, knocked down by number 21, Braden Smith.
Well, when you run that play so much and you see that on film, you're going to kind of expect it, and Braden Smith wasn't blocked by anybody. And that forces Tate to kind of throw the ball into the dirt. Not a bad play by Tate.
And this would be my public service announcement to Coach Harper that there's other ways to get Bryce the football than on a screen. But here's a pitch to the a quarterback keeper to the outside, and Tate's going to get 11 yards, and that's going to be enough for a Wolfpack first down. And so CSP first down at the, 38-yard line. And CSP in their hurry-up offense leading 14-0 here late in the first quarter. CSP doing a lot of this. Folks that have watched us, we do a lot of pre-snap motion, trying to get an idea. And there's that counter play with Devin Johnson up the middle. And he picks up good yardage there on first down, just short of the first down. So it'll be second and short. And Dave McClelland, somebody that is a fan of CSP, friend of CSP, to be honest. And most of you remember Rabbit. We tailgate with Dave McClelland, and he's letting us know he's making his famous jalapeno poppers that we'll cook tomorrow night at the Bills game. So nice run up the middle by Posker, and that's going to be a first down for the Wolfpack at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they get better every time you eat them. So, and the Bills always win when he makes them. So
that is true. So CSP 4 wide here with Catney's now going under center. And there's a fake, and he's going to roll out, and that's going to be a pass to Bryce Hinsdale, and that's going to be a touchdown. So an out and up for Bryce, and that's going to be a touchdown, first touchdown pass of the day for Tate Catney's. That one was right on the money, and that's going to make the score 20-0 Wolfpack.
Well, to be honest with you, I think I can remember that play call. I won't say it on the broadcast just in case anybody else was watching, but I do remember that exact play call. They call that a nasty route, and Bryce just sold it well on the out and broke it upfield, and Tate made a nice play.
Are you saying, Garrett, that we may have some fans from Franklinville, Ellicottville maybe watching our broadcast
Well,
today?
I don't know. Did they play last night? I don't know. I don't know if they played last night.
I don't know.
If they did, I would assume they'd be watching this game just because of how big next week's game is. Not trying to look forward at all. But if I'm Coach Harper here, they go off sides. I'd go for 2 points. I'd go for 2. There's no.
We're going to take the yardage. I think on the kickoff.
Okay, yeah. That also works.
That might help us. So maybe Bryce can kick it in the end zone. We don't have to worry about it.
He should just do that anyway. But yeah, you're right.
Good point. All right, here's the extra point. There's the kick. And that one looks like it might be good. So 21-0 Wolfpack here with 53 seconds remaining. We'll be right back after these messages.
Feelin Saucy in Sherman, New York is a proud supporter of Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Serving pizza, subs, wings, and more at 111 West Main Street in Sherman. Phone 716-234-4014. Go Wolfpack from Feelin Saucy.
CSP Wolfpack coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is provided in part by Steve Daniels Electric and Flicks Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning, located at 147 East Main Street, Corry, PA. They offer residential and light commercial new services, as well as electrical repairs, well pumps, and water conditioning systems. Phone 814-665-6034. Online at flicksheatingplumbingandac.com. We thank Steve Daniels Electric and Flicks Heating and Plumbing for their support of Wolfpack football coverage.
Welcome back, and CSP, Bryce puts foot into ball, and that's going to be Sheldon, number 17, with the return. And much, much better coverage there by the Wolfpack, as Sheldon's only able to get back to the 20, let's say the 23. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Gowanda Pine Valley with,
I think, about 45 seconds left in this first quarter.
Yep. A long first quarter, Garrett.
Yeah. When there's a lot of scoring and a couple turnovers, that'll happen.
Capozzi under center. And there's a handoff to number 21, Braden Smith, and tough going there. And that's going to be a loss of about 2 on the play. 2nd and 12.
Yeah, this is a little new formation that we didn't really see much on film of Gowanda Pine Valley with 3 running backs in the backfield, and it kind of can cause some misdirection. But nice job by the CSP front 4 to diagnose that counter and tail the guard and make a play.
Same formation on this play, Capozzi. And I think he's going to allow the clock to come to the end of the first quarter. So strong first quarter for the Wolfpack as they lead 21-0 early on here in this Saturday contest. We'll be right back after these messages.
Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by J. Edwards Insurance, with offices at 9 East Main Street in Panama and 800 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. J. Edwards Insurance is always available for a review of your home, auto, and business insurance. We treat you like family. Best of luck to the Wolfpack this season from J. Edwards Insurance, serving New York and Pennsylvania since 1957.
Support for CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is provided in part by J.H. Napa Auto Parts. Your local Napa store stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Located at 955 North Center Street and NapaOnline.com. Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided in part by John Wiggers and Son, offering a wide variety of products for farming, landscaping, snow removal, beekeeping, and maple syrup products. Located at 7700 Route 474 North Clymer. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks John Wiggers and Son for their support.
Welcome back. We want to thank all of our sponsors here on the telecast for CSP Wolfpack football. 2nd and 12 for Gowanda, and Capozzi's going to throw the ball. Deep throw to interception by number 16, Carson Pinzock, and he's going to return it, and he's still on his feet. And great job by Carson Pinzock. Capozzi went to his favorite target, Sentner, and Pinzock just reached him for that pass, Garrett, and CSP for the 3rd straight possession will be inside Gowanda territory.
Yeah, I think he just made a better play on the ball than Sentner did, and I was talking about Pinzock a couple series ago and how well he's grown as a defensive player. Well, he's also grown with his ball skills as well, and that was a nice play on the ball by Carson.
So CSP lines up 4 wide in that little bunch formation. Catney's in the shotgun. This might be a quarterback run. Nope, it's going to be a screen pass out to Carter, and he's going to make 1 man miss, 2 men miss, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds after an 11-yard gain, and so that's going to be a first down for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, I think much better blocking there on that screen there, that wide receiver screen. Is Carter's kind of hobbling a little bit. Hopefully, it's just just a stinger and he'll be all right. But much better blocking. I almost thought they got away with a block in the back, but no call, and CSP will take it 1st and 10.
Ball just inside the 25. Catney's in the shotgun.
And he's checking something here to Bryce, so we'll see what they do here.
And that's a handoff to Posker, and he gets a tough 2 yards.
That's there looked like Tate was checking to a fade to Bryce, but it was a nice little decoy that they were kind of trying to run there, where Bryce was running a fade and kind of the fake throw and just trying to draw the defense to take more defenders over to Bryce's side.
And here's Travis Owens, big Travis Owens around the outside, and he's going to rumble and stumble down past the first down yardage mark, and so nice gain of 8 or 9 there for Travis Owens, and that's going to be another CSP first down. I'll tell you, Gary, if you're a corner, particularly in Class D, and you see Travis Owens coming around with a head of steam, that is not going to end well for you.
Yeah, you want no part of that.
And here's a fake handoff. He's going to roll. Tate Cadney's going to roll. He's going to throw it to, I think that's Alex Barmore. And after
what a catch.
A little bit of a fumble, kind of bobble, he makes the catch.
Yeah, that was a great catch there by Alex. He was kind of sliding down. You could argue good ball placement by Tate, sliding down away from the defenders, and he makes a great catch. Looks like he almost caught it twice, I think, but nice grab.
Yeah, I think he kind of finally corralled it as he had his back on the ground, Garrett. So going to be first down and goal here for your Wolfpack, leading 21-0 already. And there's that inside handoff to Devin Johnson. Nice tackle by number 44, Cameron Slade. Just a sophomore for Gowanda Pine Valley.
Yeah, nice play, nice fill there. And they have good linebackers that are able to fill and they can stop this CSP run, but you can only do that for so long. And I think CSP's offensive line is just too big and too powerful to keep that up for the whole game. So I would assume towards the later end of this half and even towards the later end of the game that CSP is just going to be able to get whatever yards they want.
So second and goal for the Wolfpack. Little motion by Devin Johnson in the I formation. And Tate moving him around. Now he's got him offset left. Bryce in motion. And there's a fake, and Tate's going to have to get out of it. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be just incomplete to Alex Barmore. And there is a flag on the play. I'm concerned a little bit, Garrett. This may be holding.
Holding, or I almost thought it might have been delay game, but they would have blown that dead. So holding is definitely in play here. And they're talking to the Gowanda Pine Valley captain. So it looks like that's going to be a penalty on CSP.
And it is holding on CSP. And in high school, that's a spot 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that happened in the backfield. So it's going to be 10 yards, a little bit more than 10-yard penalty. And so we went from inside the 5 to just inside the 20. So it's going to be second and goal from the 20. So would expect to see CSP throw the football maybe here. 3 wide to the near side. Catney's in shotgun, and he's looking that way. And here comes the screen to Devin Johnson. And this got a lot of green in front of it. And Devin Johnson is going to score. So screen pass from the 19-yard line. And Tate Catney's has his second touchdown of the game. Devin Johnson has his first of the game. And now CSP leads 27-0 here early in the second quarter.
It looked like they faked the wide receiver screen that they like to throw to the outside, and then they came back and threw it to the running back on a little throwback screen. So nice play design, nice play call, especially on 2nd and 19 or whatever it was, and CSP is taking advantage of this field position.
And there's the kick by Bryce Hinsdale, and that one's right down the middle, so it's going to make the score 28-0 CSP here with 9:05 remaining in the second quarter. We will take a quick break.
Support for CSP Wolfpack football coverage is provided in part by Keo Vlogs at keovlogs.com and on YouTube, taking viewers on hunts that remind them of their own hunting endeavors. Keo Vlogs wishes the best for the Wolfpack this season. Support for Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 sports stream is provided by Mosier's Carpeting at 8631 East Main Street in Clymer. Mosier's has carpeting and all types of flooring, serving the area for over 27 years. Online at mosierscarpeting.com.
Welcome back, where CSP leads 28-0. Kicking from right to left, Bryce Hinsdale. And there's a boot, and that one is going to get to the end zone. So that's the best defense of on a kickoff. It's to get that thing in the end zone, and he was able to do it there. So Gowanda Pine Valley down 28 points is going to start at their own 20. And Garrett, if you're Gowanda Pine Valley, what's the mindset here down 28 points?
Well, you got nothing to lose now. You're down 28 points, and it's just you got to find a way to just get yourself back into this game, whether it be a long play, just find a way to shift the tilt of the field, because CSP has been in Gowanda Pine Valley territory for the majority of this game, so they got to have a long, sustaining drive here and try and keep their defense off the field.
Capozzi under center, and there's the pitch to number 44, Cameron Slade, and he's not going to go anywhere, and that's going to be a loss of 4. Bring up 2nd and 4, or 2nd and 14. And if I'm Gowanda Pine Valley, Garrett, I think that you can't score 28 points in one play. So it's all about kind of stacking good plays on top of each other. And obviously that's a tough one there, kind of starting off. But this is a passing team, and if I'm Gowanda Pine Valley, I go and I look and say, what are my 4 or 5 passing plays that I really feel comfortable with, and let's see if we can run those and stack some good plays on top of each other. Capozzi under center, and he's going to throw it on a slant to number 17, and good defense there by Bryce Hinsdale and by number 16, Carson Pinzock.
Yeah, somebody, I don't know if that was Pinzock. Yeah, it might have been Pinzock. I think he.
Oh, I'm sorry, Garrett. I think that's Dalton Richter.
Dalton Richter. Well, he plays
that safety position.
Yeah, well, he laid the boom on John Sheldon there, and nice play by Bryce to get the ball out. But then Dalton Richter gave him another hit there, just to remind him not to come over the middle of the field with his head down. So nice. That's a dangerous pass there by their Capozzi. Almost fit it in there, but a nice play by Bryce and Dalton Richter.
So now 3rd and 14, and these are not the yardages that you want to be in against this CSP Wolfpack defense, but 3rd and 14 for the Panthers, and another high snap, and that's going to be a short completion in the flats to number 13, Owen. Oh, of course I picked this kid to say his name, Pfaffenbach. I'm just guessing there. That's what it looks like. But so CSP is going to what looks to force a punt here. And Carter Brink back for your Wolfpack.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. That ball is going to go backwards. And unfortunately for Gowanda Pine Valley,
they did not tilt the field as I said that they needed to do.
No, they did not, Garrett. So CSP is going to get the ball at looks like the 11-yard line, and boy, Garrett, this is the type of of interaction we want with the crowd. We've got or with the viewers. We have folks that seem to like the wide receiver screen, and Garrett and I like the wide receiver screen. CSP runs a lot of the wide receiver screen. That's now 2 weeks in a row where opposing defenses know that and have almost probably picked it off. And so, listen, we like the wide receiver screen, and there's a run by
it's going to come back, though.
Posker for a touchdown, but that ball is going to come back. And
looks like maybe holding or blocking the back.
Holding for CSP.
Yep. That's the second straight time here in the red zone where CSP has been called holding. Now, against teams like this that can work, and you can make up for it. But teams like someone who they're playing next week, that doesn't work that way that well. So they're gonna have to clean that up a little bit here because this, you can kind of look at this game as almost a just get ready for next week and try and tune everything up and. So we'll see if they clean that up a little bit.
So
here.
It'll be first down and 16 here, 3 wide for the Wolfpack, and Tate Cadney wants to go deep with it, and he is scrambling, looks and makes a throw back to the middle of the field, and they're going to call it incomplete, I think, to Alex Barmore, and Tate trying to make things, make a play there. Not ideal situation where a quarterback is rolling to the right and throws back across the middle of the field. He probably sees Josh Allen do that.
Yeah.
And he makes it look pretty simple. But in a normal environment, that's usually not a throw you want to make.
No, and I think that like I said, you can get away with that this week. You're not going to be able to get away with that next week and then into the playoffs and then to a team that's up in Central New York.
This team has got bigger aspirations.
That's right.
There's a team in Central New York that's at least we've got our eye on.
Yep.
So there's a run by Posker, and that's going to be off tackle, and there's going to get good yardage there by Bryce Posker, who's having a great first half. He picked up at least 12 there, and that's going to be now third and about 8, and it looks like we may have a injured Gowanda player, so we will take a quick break while they hopefully everything is okay with him.
Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is provided in part by Necker's Company General Store, providing Clymer with groceries, apparel, gift items, and so much more for over 100 years. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks Necker's Company General Store for their support. Support for CSP Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 sports stream is provided in part by Sherman Livestock at 4150 Sherman Mayville Road. Auctions are every Tuesday and Thursday. More info is available at 716-499-1362 and on Facebook.
Support for coverage of Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is provided in part by Triple E Manufacturing and Design. Triple E Manufacturing and Design offers equine products, promotional items, embroidery, and printing services. Located at 117 Osborne Street in Sherman and at tripleemfg.com. Phone 800-295-4282. The Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream thanks Triple E Manufacturing and Design for their support.
Support for Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is provided in part by Utegg's Body Shop in Corry, offering collision repair and refinishing along with frame straightening services. 699 East Smith Street in Corry or at uteggsbodyshop.com. Phone 814-663-2562. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks Utegg's Body Shop for their support.
Welcome back, where fortunately number 33, Evan Fort for Gowanda Pine Valley, is walking off on his own, so good to see that.
That's a big loss for Gowanda Pine Valley.
He's a good player for Gowanda Pine Valley, so hopefully he can get maybe this is just a little
stinger, hopefully.
A little stinger or something, and he can get back out there for Gowanda Pine Valley. But this is going to bring up 3rd and 8 for the Wolfpack here. And they're in the shotgun, and here's a throw. And that's going to be a complete pass to Bryce. And that's going to be touchdown. So Bryce is second of the game. Tate's third touchdown of the game. So that's going to make it 34-0 CSP with 6:50 remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was just a nice looked like Bryce was going to run a slant, and then he ran that little whip route that he likes to run. He made up for it on this one as he missed the one in the first quarter. So good throw by Tate, and it's just like taking candy from a baby.
And here's the extra point. And that one looks to be right down the middle as well. And there's a flag. I think they roughed up the kicker a little bit there, but I think it's going to –
Yep.
That's what it was. So personal foul on Gowanda Pine Valley for roughing the kicker, so that'll be enforced on the kickoff. So CSP with 6:50 remaining in the second quarter leads big 35-0. We'll be right back after these messages.
Dwayne Woods at Woods Auto Parts Napa in Sherman supports this broadcast of Wolfpack football on the channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream. Woods offers Napa auto parts for almost anything, including small engines. The channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Woods Auto Parts Napa for their support.
Welcome back. CSP kicking right to left on your radio dial. Bryce Hinsdale going to kick off for the Wolfpack. Going to be 15 yards closer, so
I'd like to hope that he can boot this one through.
I would hope so, Garrett. I might try to challenge him to put it through the uprights, but Sheldon back for the Panthers. John Sheldon, senior, 6 foot 170. So Wolfpack kicking off from the 45. And that one is going to make it through the end zone for a touchback. So 2 touchbacks in a row for the Wolfpack junior kicker. And now down 35, Garrett. Same thought process if I'm going to Pine Valley. I'm just trying to put some good plays together here.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see them, kind of be a little bit more competitive than what they have been, because I think they're a better team than what they're showing today. So I'd like them to be a little bit more competitive and kind of give CSP a little bit of a challenge here. But I think that's credit to CSP's defense and how well they've been playing so far here in this game.
Yeah, credit to Coach Payne, who leads the defense for the Wolfpack. So 1st and 10 here, and it's a handoff. And with really no space to go, that was a handoff to Cameron Slade, sophomore, who, if they're going to run the ball, he seems to be the one they like to focus on, but they just cannot seem to get any running room.
They're having trouble just getting a yard here.
Yeah, CSP really doing a nice job with Devin Johnson and Travis Owens and Anthony Sapola in that middle, really plugging up the middle, Garrett, and forcing things outside, and that's where Alex Barmore and Jordan Mescal from an outside linebacker standpoint are waiting. But Devin Johnson's just been a beast today. And here's Capozzi with a pass in the flat to number 14, Brendan Dable.
I actually think it was John Sheldon.
Sorry, John Sheldon.
But, those are the plays that they're going to have to, you'd rather see that on first down if I'm going to Pine Valley. Just taking a nice, easy drop and a nice, easy, CSP's playing a lot of off coverage here a little bit. So, you can get those 5-yard hitches, and I think, if Gowanda Pine Valley can realize that a little bit here, they can run that on first down instead of having a negative play on first down.
So this is going to bring up 3rd and 7. And CSP brings some heat, and that's going to be a pass that's going to be complete to Sheldon. And that's going to be a first down for the Panthers. So good job there by the Gowanda Pine Valley Panthers to get a first down. They've not had a lot of first downs this half, Garrett.
No, they haven't. I don't think they've had a first down here in this quarter. So nice play there. I actually think the defense was halfway decent by Bryce on the outside here. But a better throw and a better catch by Sheldon. And it's kind of interesting they're going away from their best receiver in Setner. They're trying to get a lot more people involved.
And there's a run. Oop, that ball's on the ground. That's a fumble. And I think Johnny Watson nope. I think maybe Johnny had it at one point, but go on to Pine Valley, number 44, Slade, jumps back on that. And so disaster averted for the Panthers.
Yeah, but what's there's a constant trend here with Gowanda Pine Valley's offense, and it's negative plays on first down, and that makes it so much harder as a play caller to be able to call the rest of the drive, and not only that, the set of downs that they're given. So makes it a lot harder here, and they're going to go right back to this hitch, and it's a miscommunication.
So that was 2nd and 11 on an incomplete pass, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. And
just a much harder down to call plays when you're in 3rd and 11 and 3rd and 10 even. It's just harder. There's a lot less plays for 3rd and 11 in your playbook.
Yep.
And it all starts with negative play on first down. So give credit to CSP's defense for winning on first down for practically the whole day.
Yep. So 3rd and 11 here. Important for Gowanda Pine Valley to keep this drive alive. Capozzi under center, and that's going to be a handoff, and that has nowhere to go. Big Travis Owens making a big stop there. That defensive line, Garrett, has come to play today.
Yes, they have.
And that's going to bring up 4th and 15 here. And Sheldon is going to step back to make the punt.
Hopefully it goes forward here.
Yeah, let's hope it goes forward. Bryce Hinsdale, Carter Brink looking to return, and that's short, and that ball is going to be, Carter was trying to field that ball and got ran into. So we got 2 flags on the play.
Yeah, this probably is going to be fair catch interference. As he was running towards the ball to try and catch it, stop for any bounce. Did you see Carter? I didn't see Carter throw up a fair catch signal, but maybe the officials did, and I wonder if they're talking here. They might pick this up.
Nope.
No, they're gonna
talk to the CSP captain,
yep.
So they want to understand there's definitely going to be a penalty here on Gowanda Pine Valley. Personal foul. I don't know if that's the symbol, Garrett, but
for running it, I don't think so. But
personal foul for catch interference. So that'll be 15 yards, I think, from that spot. And
I think you're right.
We're going to take a quick break while they figure this out.
The Corry Federal Credit Union is the platinum sponsor of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream. The Corry Federal Credit Union would like to wish the Wolfpack the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial and banking services for you and your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street in Union City, 315 Main Street in
Welcome back. 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack inside their Gowanda Pine Valley territory again. And here goes Bryce Posker, I think, off the edge. And he's going to get knocked out of bounds. But not until he got a good chunk of yardage. And Bryce Posker continues to have a big day here on the campus of Panama Central School.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what his yardage is at the end of this first half because he's been running all over Gowanda Pine Valley. And
got to have 100 yards by now, I would think.
And they're getting to the edge with ease here. It doesn't matter if they're running, jet sweep or if they're just running quarterback power or if they're just running a regular, toss sweep. They're getting to the edge, and that's never a recipe for success for the defense.
Travis Owens with the carry off tackle, and he's going to pick up a good 6 yards. So CSP going with a lot of Posker and a lot of Travis Owens here today, and that is, and I'll add Devin Johnson in there, and that's a good combination.
Yeah, it's one that's hard to stop for sure. Big bodies in both Devin Johnson and Travis Owens, and then you got the speedster and Bryce Posker, and he's able to get to the edge pretty easily.
So 2nd and 8 here for the Wolfpack. Tate in the shotgun. And there's a handoff to Travis Owens around the edge, and he just ran a corner over, but short of the end zone. But I do think it's a first down, Garrett.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a first down and first and goal for the Wolfpack. And, an inside zone handoff from shotgun for Travis Owens is something as a defense that you do not want to face in that corner that he ran over. I'm sure is rethinking of even trying to attempt to tackle him. So
first and goal here for the Wolfpack, I formation, and there's a handoff to Travis Owens, and he walks in untouched, and that's going to make it 41-0 CSP here with 2:10 remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was just a simple ISO handoff to Owens, and it he deserved that touchdown on that drive. So good for him, and we'll see if we can tack on the extra point.
Bryce Hinsdale on for the extra point. Alex Barmore snaps Tate Catney's, and that was a bad snap. And they're going to throw it, and it's going to be caught by number 15, Brandon Keefe. So CSP with the bad snap. They called fire, Garrett. You know that drill.
Yep.
And Tate was able to find the open receiver, which is Brandon Keefe. And that's going to make it 43-0 CSP. And we'll be right back after these messages.
CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Sports Stream is powered by Lictus Oil and Propane and Clymer. Family-owned Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off-and-on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for being a major sponsor of CSP Sports.
So back here on the campus of Panama Central School, where the number 2 team in the state, CSP Wolfpack, lead by a score of 43-0 with 2:10 remaining. Bryce Hinsdale with another kickoff here. And that one is going to make its way into the end zone as well. So 3 straight touchbacks for the Wolfpack, and I vote we just keep doing that, Garrett.
Yeah, just keep booting it through the end zone. There's no reason to give them extra field position, and it keeps the field tilted. As I've mentioned, you'll hear that term in hockey where the ice is tilted, and the field is severely tilted for CSP right now as they're starting drives way inside Gowanda Pine Valley territory, and that's just not going to work if you're going to try and beat the number 2 team in the state.
So at halftime, Capozzi here in the shotgun, he's going to hand it off to Slade, and he's going to get at least some positive yards on first down, about 1 yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Today is Teacher Appreciation Day, and what that is, and this is an event they started a couple years ago, but where each of the seniors nominates a teacher from their school, teacher or coach who's been influential to them in their high school years, and so they honor those teachers today at halftime. We'll bring that presentation to you so that you can watch that as viewers at home. But 2nd and 9 for Gowanda Pine Valley. Capozzi in shotgun, and he's going to throw it out into the flat, and that's going to be caught by number 5, Sentner, and he is off to the races, and he is going to score. So Gowanda Pine Valley gets on the board here late in the first half on a very was a very simple out route, and he got loose, made a great catch and got loose and was able to get down the sideline. So that's going to make the score 43-6, and we'll see if Gowanda goes for 2 here.
Yeah, if I'm them, I'll probably go for 2. But like I mentioned earlier, I think Capozzi does a nice job of he's only a sophomore, which is good for Gowanda Pine Valley because he throws a nice ball. I think he's got some good mechanics, and I think he puts the ball in the correct position for his receivers. And Sentner, being as tall as he is at 6'3", he's able to throw it to wherever anybody else can't get it. And that was a nice play there, and Sentner made it work.
And Gowanda, they do go for 2, and that ball is going to be knocked down by Caden Beckering. Nice defensive play there. And so after the long touchdown catch and run, CSP leads 43-6. We'll be right back after these messages.
Coverage of Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is provided in part by Bush Septic Services, serving the local area since 1959. Austin White can be reached at 716-355-8843 or at bushsepticservices.com. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks Bush Septic Services for their support.
So CSP will be the second time today. The first time after a score will receive the kickoff. Gowanda Pine Valley put a long touchdown catch and run on the board. And number 17, kind of Mr. Do-Everything, John Sheldon. He kicks off, he punts, he plays defense, he big receiver on offense.
Yeah, Gowanda Pine Valley would have liked to have that play maybe a few offensive possessions ago, but nevertheless, they are going to try and keep themselves into the game here. Down 43-6, which I know can be tough, but at least they're still out there playing.
Jordan Mescal and Carter Brink deep for the Wolfpack, and that's going to be a snag by Brandon Keefe, number 15, and he's going to return the ball to the inside the Gowanda Pine Valley zone territory and be at the 45. So CSP starting with good field position for what seems to be every time they get the ball.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time. It had to have been in the first quarter when they started on their own side of the 50-yard line. So I would assume they'll run this clock out to get to halftime, up 43-6. So about 44 seconds left to go here in the first half.
And we haven't talked about it today, Garrett, but huge shout-out and credit to this offensive line.
Yeah.
Redlecki and Lictus and Meter and Caden Beckerink and Malecki, that front five is really good. They're athletic, they're big, and they deserve a lot of credit for the success that this offensive unit has. And there's a run for Posker, who's going to gain 10. And with the clock running, I would guess CSP is going to run out the half, and that looks like what they're going to do. But so after one half of play here in Panama, New York, the number 2 team in the state, your CSP Wolfpack, lead the Gowanda Pine Valley Panthers by a score of 43-6. We will take a quick break and return for the teacher appreciation ceremony here at halftime.
Coverage of CSP Wolfpack football is brought to you in part by Caflisch Pallet and Wood Services in Clymer, a leading provider of new, heat-treated, and recycled pallets and wood services since 1993. Find them online at caflischpallet.com. Phone 716-355-4354. Caflisch Pallet and Wood Services wishes the Wolfpack the best of luck this season.
Support for Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is provided in part by Clymer Hardware and Home Center, serving the Clymer area since 1873 with all your hardware needs at 8746 West Main Street and online at clymerhardwareandhomecenter.com. Best of luck to the Wolfpack from Clymer Hardware and Home Center.
This Wolfpack broadcast is brought to you in part by Cornerstone Restaurant and Bakery at 104 East Main Street in Sherman. The Cornerstone offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and baked goods. The phone number is 716-234-4002, or find them on Facebook. The Channel 98.9 Sports Stream thanks the Cornerstone in Sherman for their support.
Welcome back to Panama, New York, where CSP leads by a score of 43-6, and we are at halftime. And so before we go to the halftime sponsorships, we want to we're going to keep tuned in here as CSP honors their CSP seniors honor their favorite teacher, the teacher that they has been the most influential to them through their high school career. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is an event that they started 2 or 3 years ago and has kind of caught on. Typically do it the last home game of the year, and today each one of the teachers will be getting a picture frame with the player's picture along with a narrative or a text or a note from the player to the teacher. So, it's really a special day, and we're honoring teachers that really make a difference in these kids' lives.
No, that's right, and unfortunately, I never got the chance to be able to do this. They brought it to kind of to the program after I had graduated. But it's a really nice thing that they do for the teachers, and a lot of teachers go unappreciated, and it's just a nice deed that they do, and we'll get the ceremony underway here.
Let's take this time now to allow our seniors to honor their teachers and coaches that have made a huge impact on their. Grant Lictus, he chose to honor honor Coach Bodemer. He seems serious at all times, but once you crack him down, you know he'll joke with you all day long. Understood, and he'll see
Mr. Bodemer understood and saw things in me that some others couldn't. Along with being a great coach, he is an awesome guy to joke around with. Thank you, Coach Bodemer. Shifting over to the Panama seniors. Brandon Keefe chose to honor Mr. Ed Nelson. Brandon writes, Coach Nelson pushes me to be the best version of myself in everything. He is always making sure I'm working hard, even if it's just in gym class, and he's been a great role model for me ever since I moved to Panama. Thank you, Coach Nelson. John Watson chose to honor Mrs. Helen Keefe. John shares that Mrs. Keefe is there for anyone at any time. She is the most caring teacher I've ever had. If you need to talk about anything, Mrs. Keefe is there for you. She also made school days a lot better by always being positive. She showed me and many others what being a kind-hearted person really is. Thank you, Mrs. Keefe. Brody Bimber is honoring Coach Derek Hosier. Brody writes about Coach Hosier. Coach Hosier has helped me be a better athlete and person since I first took on varsity sport in 7th grade. My junior year of swim, he drove me home almost every night so that I could be there for the entirety of practice instead of missing the last 20 to 30 minutes of practice because of the late bus. There aren't many coaches who are willing to take extra time out of every one of their school days to just help an athlete reach a higher level. Coach also helped me get all my belongings from the football locker room and then loaded me into his car and drove me home after I tore my ACL earlier during this football season. On senior day, Coach helped me get loaded into the Gators so that I could be present, and he also drove me around wherever I needed and when it was necessary. Coach also put in a word for me at the institution this past summer, in which I landed my first ever job as a lifeguard. Funny enough, he was also my boss. Sounds like he's putting in a good word for this coming up summer, too. Mr. Hosier also helped me get my first ever varsity win and my first ever paycheck. I've always greatly appreciated the kindness that Coach Hosier has shown me, and I am forever thankful. He has certainly helped me profusely over the past 6 years. Thank you, Coach Hosier. Sherman seniors. Devin Johnson and Jacob Allen are both honoring Mr. Alan Tansky here today. Devin shares that Mr. Tansky has given me advice about the workplace and how to be a better young man. While Jacob shares, he supports me and is always rooting for me whenever I play. Thank you, Mr. Tansky. Ryan Perry would like to honor Mr. Dakota Morano, who can't be here today, but he shares, whenever you need some good advice or just someone to talk to, Mr. Morano is always there. He teaches and addresses his students in classes, sports, and other events, and has always been an inspiration and a guide for how I want to live my life and to be as a math teacher. Thank you, Mr. Morano. Sandre Bestvold is honoring Mr. Tim Cook, and he shares that his classes were always fun and enjoyable. Thank you, Mr. Cook. Daniel Meter chooses to honor Mr. Casey Dellis. He shares he would help anyone no matter of your position in the class, and he would always make the class somewhat fun. Thank you, Mr. Dellis. Azir Rivera is honoring Coach Harper today. He shares, Coach Harper is always pushing me to do better and motivates me to work harder. Thank you, Coach Harper. And let's give one more round of applause to each of
All right, so there's the teacher appreciation ceremony here at halftime. And again, we want to recognize and thank each one of those teachers honored here today, but just want to thank teachers across our viewer area for the work that they do for our children. So with that, we will take our traditional halftime break, and we will be back after these few minutes.
Thanks for listening to this broadcast of CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream at channel989.org. Stay tuned. The Corry Federal Credit Union halftime show is coming up shortly.
WHYP-LP Corry.
The Corry Federal Credit Union is the platinum sponsor of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play coverage on the Channel 98.9 sports stream. The Corry Federal Credit Union would like to wish the Wolfpack the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial and banking services for you and your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street in Union City, 315 Main Street in Spartanburg, and online at corryfcu.org. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks the Corry Federal Credit Union, a not-for-profit organization, for their support of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play.
This is Channel 98.9 music. This is Channel 98.9 music.
You are the only exception. You are the only exception.
And this is Channel 98.9 music.
So who the hell am I? Who the hell am I to expect a savior? Oh, if I only talk to God when I need a favor. But God, I need a
Corry's Radio Alternative, Channel 98.9.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I did the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Bob Stye. I host the Grunge Garage. We take you back to the 1990s with all your favorite alternative and Britpop songs. I know you missed these songs, and you got them all with me. Plus, once an hour, we do mandatory Morrissey and a salute to my favorite, sad but mighty lyrical god. The Grunge Garage with me, Bob Stye. It's a trip to the 1990s, and you're going to love it. Check it out every Saturday night from 8 p.m. to midnight right here on Channel 98.9.
Talking to your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
1 out of 5 Americans is disabled. That's over 60 million people nationwide. I'm Eric Hawk from American rock band Portugal the Man, and I'm here to tell you that it can be difficult getting back to work or finding a job at all following an injury or living with a disability. That's where NTI comes in. NTI is the leader in getting disabled Americans and American veterans back to work. If you're having a hard time finding a job or know someone that is, contact NTI at nticentral.org or hit them up on the phone at 877-248-8912. Go out there and get back to work.
Corry's only locally operated radio station is Channel 98.9. With your eerie weather, your favorite personalities.
Thank you so much for joining us on a Monday.
You see today local news, entertainment, and information around the clock. And Corry's Modern Rock. Channel 98.9, your one radio station.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You're bringing your daughter to a pop concert. Do you A, wear earplugs?
Isn't this fun, Dad?
I'll have a soft pretzel.
Or B, just roll with it?
Justin! OMG! I love you, Justin! I love you!
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Angela Morton. I help bring awareness of drug and alcohol issues to rural areas. Let's talk about addiction. Did you know addiction is a medical condition that is treatable? Using drugs or alcohol changes your brain, and treatment can help people recover from addiction. If you or someone you know are struggling with drugs or alcohol or wonder if you might be addicted, help is available even if you don't have insurance. It's your life and your decision. It just starts with a phone call. Call 1-800-662-HELP and ask about treatment options in your area. This message is brought to you by Channel 98.9, Corry's radio alternative.
CSP Wolfpack football coverage on the Channel 98.9 sports stream is powered by Lictus Oil and Propane and Clymer. Family-owned Lictus Oil and Propane continues to supply liquids and fluids for agriculture, industry, and homeowners. Heating oil and propane services and off-and-on diesel fuel services are also offered. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks Lictus Oil and Propane for being a major sponsor of CSP Sports.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is often laced into illicit drugs and used to make fake versions of prescription pills. You can't...
And welcome back to the campus of Panama Central School, where CSP leads 43-6 over visiting Gowanda Pine Valley Panthers. And CSP is going to kick off here to start the second half. And we understand it's going to be a running clock here in the second half, so should go relatively quickly. Number 17, Sheldon, deep for the Panthers, and that one's going to be playable. And here comes Sheldon up the middle, and CSP defense much better than that first one of the day, and that's going to keep Gowanda Pine Valley inside the 30. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Panthers at about the 29-yard line. And CSP, at this point in time, Garrett, up as big as they are, you're looking for no injuries and no bad, what I like to call bad habits. No bad habits.
Yeah, that's right. And I was kind of talking about those bad habits early on in the first half when they were up in the red zone and up by a lot, and they were kind of just trying to push and punch this game away. You can't have those holding penalties, and you just got to get out of here with no injuries and, like you mentioned, no bad habits into the biggest game of the year next week.
Capozzi in the shotgun, and that's going to be a slant, and that's going to be picked off by Colin Ryan. And Colin Ryan has only got Green in front of him, and that's going to be a pick six for the junior from Panama, Colin Ryan. And CSP is going to take the first play of the second half back on a pick six, and looks as though we've got a injured Gowanda Pine Valley player on the field.
Yeah, just a good read by Colin Ryan. He got back into his drop zone and was able to read the quarterback, and it almost looked like he was trying to throw it to Colin Ryan. But a nice play, and then a much better, an even better return. And he's got some good blockers in front of him, and hopefully the player who's down for Gowanda Pine Valley will hopefully be okay.
We'll take a quick break while they tend to the injured player.
The Corry Federal Credit Union is the platinum sponsor of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play coverage on the Channel 98.9 sports stream. The Corry Federal Credit Union would like to wish the Wolfpack the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial and banking services for you and your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street in Union City, 315 Main Street in Spartanburg, and online at corryfcu.org. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks the Corry Federal Credit Union, a not-for-profit organization, for their support of CSP Wolfpack football play-by-play.
Welcome back, and fortunately, number 50, Jaden John, sophomore for Gowanda Pine Valley, was able to jog off on his own, and so that's positive. So 49-6, CSP leads after one play in the second half, and Bryce Hinsdale on for the extra point. That was a better snap, good hold, and good kick. So CSP, with the big 5-0 on the board, leads 50-6.
Yeah, something I did not expect today. Even though, we got here and I thought, well, the rain might throw a little wrench in Gowanda Pine Valley's passing plans. It really hasn't rained all that much. I know we're in the press box, but I don't think it's rained all that much. And it just, CSP imposed their will from the first snap. And when Gowanda got the ball on offense and they didn't really do much with it, and CSP just, used that high-powered offense, and they came back. And everybody forgets, they threw an interception on the second play of the game.
CSP did.
CSP did, yeah. So they were able to bounce back, and this is a good sign going into next week. And you just like the rest of the game, just no bad habits, and keep your head down and keep going.
So Bryce Hinsdale with another kickoff here, and that's going to be returned by Sheldon, and he's got a head of steam up the middle, and it's going to be a number of Wolfpack players on the tackle there, but not until Sheldon crosses the 30 and got ultimately to the 33, where Gowanda Pine Valley will start their second possession of the second half.
Yeah, if I'm Capozzi, I just you got a next play mentality. You just can't worry about that first play, and just keep trying to play your game. And even though you're down by a lot, it's really tough to really tough to be motivated to keep playing. But as a quarterback, you got to lead these guys. So you got to forget about that play and keep moving. And
as you mentioned earlier, Garrett, just a sophomore.
Yeah.
So these are valuable reps for Capozzi that he's going to get. And if you're Coach Embling from Gowanda Pine Valley, you're looking for him to do some positive things here. But at the end of the day, these are positive reps that you hope will help in his junior and senior year.
No, that's right.
So there's a good pass out in the flat to Sheldon. CSP making some substitutions on the defensive side of the ball. So we've got some new players in the game. Azil Rivera, number 8, out here on the corner. The two corners have been replaced. So Bryce Hinsdale and Carson Pinzock have been replaced. Timothy White and Rivera are in at the corner positions. And there's a pass out in the flat to number 5, Setner, and he's going to pick up the first down and more. He's going to get himself inside CSP territory at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, nice throw there by Capozzi, and I think trying to bring in some personal experience. I think my sophomore year when we were playing against Maple Grove would be a team where we may have not have had that big of a chance to win the game. We had a chance in the playoffs, but in that regular season game, we really were down by 2 touchdowns really the whole game, and it's just valuable reps as a sophomore for Capozzi against one of the best defenses in the state, and that was kind of the same situation with me against Maple Grove. So these are valuable reps for him.
And there's a handoff to number 44, Slade. Good defense there by number 59, Noah Skarzinski. So we got pretty much everybody, Garrett, has been substituted on the defensive side, maybe some middle linebackers, but you got number 77, Colton Rhodes at one end. You got 65, Andrew Spiesman at the other end, and Skarzinski and I think it was Jacob Allen in the middle from a defensive line standpoint. And there's Capozzi with a pass out in the flat to Sheldon for a short gain of about 4. Good tackle there by number 42, Dalton Richter. Or not Dalton Richter,
Bryce
but
Posker.
Bryce Posker.
Yeah, that's good for CSP to get their starters out of the game, especially on defense, where you're most, I wouldn't say, you're more likely to get injured on defense. So, smart play there by Coach Payne and Coach Harper.
And just as these are valuable reps for Capozzi, these are valuable reps for a number of CSP players.
No, that's right.
And here's a drop back, and Capozzi's going to go deep to his favorite receiver, and that's going to be caught by Setner. Caught that pass over Timothy White, but good play, good coverage by White. Just a better play by Setner, and that is going to be a first down for Gowanda Pine Valley, and so It's going to be 1st and 10 at about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, there's really not much else Timothy could do out there. He was in the correct position. You got to realize it's Setner 6'3", so he's able to jump over Timothy. He was in the correct position. I credit him for making the play on the end of it and making sure they didn't score a touchdown. So nice tackle there by Timothy. But not much you could do when you have single coverage with a 6'3" receiver on the outside.
Capozzi back to pass again, and there's a quick slant by Sheldon, and Sheldon's going to get himself in the end zone for touchdown number 2 of the day for the Panthers. So nice throw, nice catch there by Capozzi and Sheldon, and that's going to make the score 50-12.
Yeah,
CSP.
Much better drive for Gowanda Pine Valley, and I don't care if it's against starters or backups. It's just it boosts your confidence that you're able to even go down the field. Some of these CSP backups would be starters on other teams. So I think that's good confidence booster for Capozzi and Gowanda Pine Valley as an offense.
And there's a pass out in the flat. It falls incomplete, so 2-point conversion is no good. And that is going to leave the score CSP 50, Gowanda Pine Valley 12, with 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter on a running clock. We'll be right back after these messages.
Coverage of Wolfpack football on the Channel 98.9 Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is provided in part by Bush Septic Services, serving the local area since 1959. Austin White can be reached at 716-355-8843 or at bushsepticservices.com. The Channel 98.9 sports stream thanks Bush Septic Services for their support.
Welcome back to CSP. Leads 50-12 over the visiting Gowanda Pine Valley Panthers. Sheldon with the kickoff here. And he's going to give it a good boot to Carter Brink, and he's going to run right up the middle. And Carter gets tackled. Nice open field tackle there by number 44, Cameron Slade.
He's been all over the field.
He has been, him and Sheldon.
Yeah. And you know what? Nice thing about that for Gowanda Pine Valley is that Slade's only a sophomore. So, Sheldon's a senior. So this is probably a second to last game until the playoffs. Gowanda Pine Valley is youthful. They do have some young players, and they got some young talent, and we'll just see if they can build around it and hopefully put together some better years than what they're having this year.
So I think everybody but the offensive line might be new here for the offense, and maybe even some new offensive line players. But this is Pinzock going to the outside, and Pinzock with a nice carry. It's going to be a first down just over the 50-yard line, and as I mentioned, CSP with some backups in. Looks like maybe the starting line is still in there, but Dalton Richter, number 18, now under center. Dalton, sort of by default. I don't know if most folks know this. Carson White is our backup quarterback, but they had a game this morning. JV game this morning. And in a normal environment, you can play 10 plays at the varsity level and still play in a JV game. There's a nice run there by Jordan Mescal around the outside. But you, as a JV player, you can play 10 plays at the varsity level. So that's why sometimes during the season you've seen Carson White come in, get his 10 plays, and he comes out, and Dalton Richter goes in. So 50-12 here, CSP leads late in the third quarter on a running clock. Offset eye behind Richter, and that's going to be a run to number 20, Timothy White, and he gets a couple yards for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I understand the rule, but it kind of stinks for Carson, who I think is, and I believe is going to be the quarterback after Tate Katniss ends up graduating next year. And those are valuable reps here as a sophomore that you could be getting. But he got a lot of reps this morning in his game where they ended up winning this morning. So against Fredonia.
CSP happened to go to the CSP modified game on Thursday night, and they won against Franklinville-Elkaville, and our JV squad won this morning over Fredonia. So really, program is strong and healthy, both in performance and in numbers, up and down the board. Here's a run to the outside for Jordan Mescal, and he runs into number 44, Slade. Nice tackle by Slade, but hard run by Jordan Mescal, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Wolfpack. So looking ahead, Garrett, CSP plays Friday night in a winner-take-all game against Franklinville-Elkaville, 2 undefeated teams facing each other, and then both teams will have a bye the following week. I was told this week that Cat Little Valley is not participating in the playoffs, and so first 3 seeds will actually get a first-round bye, and then CSP will host a playoff game that following weekend. So 3rd and 5 here, and Pinzock up off tackle, and he makes a nice run, and he's still on his feet, and he's going to get a nice run to about the 16-yard line, and going to be a Wolfpack first down.
At the end of the third quarter, we have the Wolfpack 50.
Yeah, that good run there, and you kind of talk about CSP getting that home playoff game. That's the first goal on the slideshow when you get into training camp for CSP. That's the first goal on the slideshow, is to get a home playoff game, because that means that you're either the first or the best team. In this case, 1, 2, or 3 best in the league, and you're able to play in front of your home fans. And so mark that goal off here for the Wolfpack this year.
Is the last goal on that line item, Garrett?
I think we all know what that last goal is on that line. Yep.
Well, that's the ultimate goal as we work through the year, and this is a team that we think has the potential. It's got a lot of the pieces needed to take state championship runs. And Garrett, you're fortunate enough you were on two back-to-back teams that did that, and that was a special time for all 3 communities.
Yep.
And we're hoping maybe we can repeat that again this year and next.
I think they have the quarterback, they have the receivers, they have the offensive line, and their defense is stout as always with Coach Payne coordinating that defense. So they've got the pieces. They can score points in all 3 phases of the game, and we've seen that here today. So I think we don't want to look too far ahead because you still have to play Franklinville-Elkaville. I'm assuming we'll have to play Franklinville-Elkaville twice here in the next few weeks.
Yep.
So we don't want to look too far ahead, but this is the formula to winning a state championship, and they have that. They have those components. So it just matters on execution and making plays in games.
So here's the first play of the fourth quarter, and Dalton Richter is going to take kind of a Newton naked bootleg out around the right-hand side, and Gowanda Pine Valley read that very well. And so first play of the fourth quarter is a no gain for the Wolfpack, so it'll be 2nd and 10. CSP leading here as we kick off the fourth quarter by a score of 50-12. And we've talked about CSP being the number 2 team in the state. Number 1 team resides in central New York up in Tioga. It's a team that we're very familiar with. Both years that we won state title, we beat Tioga in the semifinals. There's a run off tackle by Pinzock, and he's tough to take down. He's a big kid.
Yeah.
And he gains 3 or 4, so it'll be 3rd and about 4 for CSP. But Tioga is a very run-heavy team. They will take the clock offensively, they will take the clock down to almost 0 on every possession and every snap. And, it's a team that if you happen to face them, you've got to score. You got to score when you have the football. So 3rd and 4 here for the Wolfpack, and there's a handoff to Jordan Mescal, and he makes a nice run up the middle, and that's going to be enough for a CSP first down. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Wolfpack just inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, in both games, talking about Tioga, I think in both games that we have played against them, we were flirting with a loss in that second game, only scoring 28 points. But in that first game that we played against them, we scored 54 points, and they really, had a tough time coming down from that. So if you're going to beat that team, you got to score on them early and then make them come back because their offense isn't built to come back. So I think that if CSP keeps doing what it's doing, wins next week, as looks like a touchdown.
Yeah, that's Carson Pinzock with a touchdown run for the Wolfpack, and good job there by Carson, and that's going to make it 56-12 for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, just kind of finishing that point, I think if CSP does what they've been doing this whole time, and they they play well next week and they play well throughout the entirety of the playoffs, I fully expect us to be in that matchup, and I think that we're suited to beat that team. So we'll see.
CSP here with the extra point kick. Alex Barmore, Tate Catney's Bryce Hinsdale, and that one's blocked off the edge.
Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't feel.
Number 21, Braden Smith, came in off the edge and was able to block that. I'm not even sure he was. Anybody blocked him.
No, I think he's the free rusher off the end, and it's such a hard. It's hard for him to, if it's timed up right, it's hard for him to get that. It looked like Bryce was a little slow on his kickoff. I've been dealing with. I'm the holder down at W&J, so it's a little. I've been dealing with a lot with some faster kickers and Division III kickers, but looked like he was a little slow on that. But I'm sure that did not feel very good on his hands blocking that kick. Being how cold it is out here today.
You mentioned it hasn't rained, but I'll tell you, it is a little chilly.
Yeah, it's chilly up here. Yeah.
So CSP with a 56-12 lead. So they got to the over, I think.
Yeah, if there was an over, that would most likely hit. Yep.
There's Bryce with the kickoff. It's going to go to number 20, Winter Mentley Peters, and he is going to be tackled after a short gain by Capoli and Colin Ryan. So Gowanda Pine Valley will take over at their own 25-yard line. So as we look ahead to Friday night, Garrett, we've watched a little film on Franklinville-Ellicottville. They're a good football team. They've got good receivers. It's a typical Franklinville-Ellicottville team.
Yep.
Big quarterback, kind of short, stocky running backs that run really hard, and they've got some athletes on the outside and defensively that can cause some problems.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a fact or not, but I'm assuming there's probably a chuddy on that team somewhere. I don't know if that's facts or not, but they got a big quarterback. They got like you mentioned, the short running backs, but they run really, really hard, and it's a typical offense from FE, and you'll see a lot of quarterback power running, like they used to do with Logan Frank and Brock Bletcha. So. And then they'll throw out a pass in there every once in a while, and they'll catch you sleeping. So CSP is going to have their best defensive game of the year from their front seven, in my opinion, because they're going to be so run heavy, and it's going to be important for them to win their one-on-one matchups and finish plays off and get that CSP offense on the field as much as possible, because that FE defense isn't no knockover either. So. Even for as good as our offense is, you got to get them as many possessions as possible.
So it'll be second down here for Gowanda Pine Valley as they picked up a yard on that first down run. Capozzi in shotgun. And there's a high snap again, and there's a short pass that falls incomplete, intended for Sheldon. And that snap to back to Capozzi just has not gotten any better throughout the day, Garrett.
No, it hasn't. And I mentioned, kind of on film that that snap looked a little suspect in a couple games that I was able to watch of Gowanda Pine Valley, and sure enough, on a wet day, it's not helped out Capozzi as he he's had to think about the snap before he can think about his reads and what he's looking for from his receivers and on the defense.
So 3rd and 9 here with 5-minute running clock, 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Capozzi in the shotgun. And he's going to look to pass. And good pressure there by Andrew Spiesman, forces the rollout, and Capozzi's going to find his man wide open in the middle of the field. That's Sheldon, and he's going to run. And nice tackle, nice effort there by Timothy White. But that's going to be a Panther first down. Sheldon was kind of standing right there in that zone in the middle of the field, Garrett, wide open.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he realized that the defense was in zone coverage, and his quarterback was on a scramble drill, and you always want to go towards the quarterback. So he saw his receiver, Setner, going with the quarterback towards the sideline. Capozzi stepped up, made a nice throw, set his feet, and big play there for Sheldon.
So 1st and 10 here at about the 43-yard line. Gowanda in CSP territory. And that ball is going to be snapped over Capozzi's head, which is tough to do because Capozzi comes in at 6'4", 170. So good-sized kid for a sophomore. And that ball was snapped over his head. So that's going to be a negative play there on first down, and it's going to make it 2nd and long.
Yeah, it felt like it was bound to happen at some point where the snap was going to go over his head or below or something. It's just been an inconsistent snap all day. There's been some good ones where it's just been he's able to step back and make his reads, and normally he completes the passes on those good snaps. But it's going to be important for them, to fix that here.
Credit to the officiating crew today, Garrett. Every one of the officials in short sleeves.
Yeah.
So they are weathering the elements. There's a pitch to the outside to number 44, Slade, and he's going to pick up a few yards, but that's going to leave 3rd and long, say 3rd and about 17 or so for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's impressive. All of them have they're all short sleeves. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's all just a mindset to them, I guess.
It's chilly.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's chilly.
We're all weak, I guess, trying to show their dominance.
Posey under center for this 3rd and long. And CSP offsides. Carson Pinzock was banking on that ball being snapped.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be a free 5 yards for the Panthers, and that's going to make it a little bit more manageable 3rd down. Be 3rd and, let's say, 10.5 here. CSP leads by a score of 56-12. Running clock here in the fourth quarter. 1:30 remaining, and that's a handoff to Slade, and no room to run there, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I think Gowanda Pine Valley is pretty content on getting out of here with no injuries as well. Just trying to finish the game off here with a running clock. Just a dominant performance today all around by CSP. Something that I did not expect. I thought that Gowanda Pine Valley may have put up a little bit more of a challenge with their passing attack, but CSP shut it down pretty early.
So likely to be the potential last play of the game here. Posey. And looks like false start maybe for the Panthers. So that'll push them back 5.
Yep, they're going to give that
give the 5 yards
right back to us.
That CSP gave them. And this should wind the clock, and this now will be the last play of the game.
Yep, just under 20 seconds left to go. And they might not even run a play here, Dad.
Doesn't look like Gowanda Pine Valley wants to even run a play here. So it looks like that will be it. So a relatively dominant performance by the number 2 team in the state, CSP Wolfpack, as they take down the Gowanda Pine Valley Panthers by a score of 56-12, and CSP really dominated throughout the entire game. Gowanda got on the board late in the first half, and then was able to put one on the board with CSP's backups in. As we mentioned earlier, Gowanda Pine Valley's got some nice young athletes. This is a team that in a year or two is going to be pretty good. But they took one on the chin today by a better team, and CSP now sets themselves up for a winner-take-all league championship game Friday night against Franklinville-Ellicottville. That will be on the road, 7 o'clock start Friday night. I do not know where that game is at, if it's in Franklinville or in Ellicottville, but it'll be in one of those two places.
I believe Franklinville is where it's at. I think that's what Mom was talking about, but I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that. But
Lord knows she's usually right.
That's right. That's right.
So it'll be we'll be wherever we'll be. It'll be Friday night at 7 o'clock, and CSP will need to bring their A game, and I have no doubt they will do that. So. We have to announce the Chevy player of the game, and in my eyes, it's going to go to Bryce Posker.
Yeah,
Bryce Posker had a great game. I don't know what his yardage ended up being, but he had well over 100 yards, a couple, maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns. But really, just a nice performance by Bryce Posker. You could have given a honorable mention to Tate Catneys, who I thought was great today. His first pass of the game was picked off, but other than that, he was very in control of the game. Did it with his legs and with his arms, and really controlled the offense really well. But Bryce Posker, I thought, was excellent today.
Yeah, and I think you give credit to the offensive line, like we talked about. They don't get credit enough, and they kind of open up the holes for Posker to be able to run. And he might be a smaller guy, and he might be a faster guy, but he will, if he has to run through somebody, he'll do that. So I thought that he had a great day today. When they needed him to kind of milk the clock out a little bit, he was able to get some big chunks of yardage and keep the clock moving. So, I'm not going to disagree with you on that one.
Yeah, and I think you could probably say anytime you put up 56 points, Garrett, I think you could look at those 5 guys up front, and we'll go through those guys again. It's Alex Redlecki, Grant Lictus, Daniel Meter, Caden Beckrink, and Jaden Malecki. Those are your five offensive linemen up front, and they were dominant today. They've been dominant all year, and that is really allowing this offense to do whatever it wants from a passing standpoint as well as from a running standpoint. So really good performance here by CSP. Garrett, from a Washington and Jefferson standpoint, how's the season end up for you?
Yeah, so we're 5-1 right now, and we lost 2 weeks ago to Grove City, which was kind of a tough loss. That was basically for the conference championship, but unfortunately we lost 31-24, and so now we kind of have to win out to be able to get into a postseason bid into the NCAA playoffs. So we have Carnegie Mellon this week, which is they were projected to win the conference at the beginning of the year, so it'll be a tough game for us. And then we'll finish out with Case Western, Geneva, and Waynesburg. So we don't like those guys down south in Waynesburg. So hopefully we can finish off the year 4-0. and then go 9-1 and hopefully get a playoff bid and go to the playoffs for the first time since 2018. So that's kind of the outlook for us, and then graduating in the winter. So
yep. So good stuff, and as we'll keep our eyes on W&J football, just as we're keeping our eyes on CSP as they make a run for what hopefully is a state championship run here. So for Garrett Hinsdale, I am Kyle Hinsdale, and CSP wins today 56-12 over CSP. We will see everybody Friday night, 7 p.m. for the league title. Big one on Friday night. Hope everybody can join. Thanks for listening. Have a good weekend.